City of Houston Code of Ordinances, Chapter 20, Electrical Regulations, Article Roman II, General Provisions, Section 20.103 defines an outdoor swimming pool as any structure intended for swimming or recreational bathing, whether in ground or above ground, and having a depth of 2 feet or more. Section 20.208 addresses wiring over swimming pools and fountains. Specifically, subsection addresses overhead conductors. Service drop or overhead feeder conductors must not be located less than 15 feet vertically above the highest point of an outdoor swimming pool. Refer to Figure 13 of the City of Houston Code of Ordinances for a detailed illustration. This 15-foot distance requirement applies to the highest point of the pool, including any diving boards or slides. The wire must be securely attached to the house or a support structure to prevent it from falling into the pool. It is recommended to consult with a licensed electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable electrical codes and regulations. Always check with the local authorities for specific requirements in your area, as codes can change and interpretations may vary. Ensuring proper clearance of overhead wiring near swimming pools is crucial for safety. Failure to comply with these regulations can result in serious electrical hazards. Remember, the 15-foot vertical clearance is measured from the highest point of the pool structure or any attached appurtenances like diving boards. The type of wiring used for overhead service drops and feeders must also be appropriate for outdoor use and properly insulated to withstand environmental conditions. Furthermore, the support structures for the wiring must be adequately grounded to minimize the risk of electrical shock. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, also contains provisions relating to swimming pool wiring. Although the local ordinance is being discussed, understanding the NEC can provide additional context. The NEC addresses bonding and grounding requirements for pool equipment, underwater lighting, and the surrounding areas. Bonding refers to connecting metallic parts to create an electrically conductive path, ensuring that all parts are at the same electrical potential. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. Proper bonding and grounding are essential for minimizing the risk of electrical shock in and around swimming pools. In addition to the vertical clearance requirement, there may be horizontal clearance requirements for overhead wiring near swimming pools. These horizontal clearances dictate how far the wiring must be from the edge of the pool. The specific requirements will depend on the voltage of the wiring and the local electrical codes. Again, consulting with a licensed electrician can help ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. They can assess the specific situation and provide guidance on the proper placement of overhead wiring. The presence of trees near overhead wiring can also pose a safety hazard. Trees can grow into the wiring, damaging the insulation and creating a path for electricity to flow to the ground. Regularly trimming trees near overhead wiring is essential for preventing electrical hazards. It's also important to be aware of the location of underground utilities before digging near a swimming pool. Damaging underground utilities can result in serious injuries and property damage. Always call before you dig to locate any underground utilities. This service is typically free and can prevent costly and dangerous accidents. When planning the electrical system for a swimming pool, consider the specific electrical loads that will be required. This includes the pool pump, filter, heater, lighting, and any other electrical equipment. The electrical system must be sized appropriately to handle these loads and prevent overloading. Overloading can cause circuit breakers to trip, and in severe cases it can lead to electrical fires. Use ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, for all electrical outlets and equipment near the swimming pool. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults and quickly disconnect power, preventing electrical shock. GFCIs are required by the NEC for all outlets within a certain distance of a swimming pool. Regularly test GFCIs to ensure that they are functioning properly. The installation of underwater lighting in a swimming pool requires special attention. Underwater lights must be specifically designed for this purpose and must be installed in accordance with the NEC. The lights must be properly bonded and grounded to minimize the risk of electrical shock. The use of low-voltage lighting systems can further enhance safety. These systems operate at low voltages, reducing the risk of electrical shock. The NEC provides specific requirements for low-voltage lighting systems used in swimming pools. Another aspect to consider is the placement of electrical panels and disconnect switches. These components should be located in a readily accessible location, but they should also be protected from the elements and unauthorized access. The disconnect switch allows for the power to the pool equipment to be quickly shut off in case of an emergency. The area around the swimming pool should be kept clear of clutter and debris. This helps to prevent accidents and makes it easier to access the pool equipment for maintenance and repairs. Regularly inspect the pool equipment for any signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged or worn parts promptly to prevent potential hazards. Remember, electrical safety is paramount when it comes to swimming pools. By following the applicable electrical codes and regulations, and by taking the necessary precautions, you can help ensure a safe and enjoyable swimming pool experience. When you hire an electrician, make sure they are licensed and experienced in swimming pool electrical installations. Check their credentials and references to ensure that they are qualified to do the job. A qualified electrician will be familiar with the applicable electrical codes and regulations and will be able to ensure that the electrical system is installed safely and correctly. Before starting any electrical work, obtain the necessary permits from the local authorities. This ensures that the work is inspected and approved, and that it meets the applicable codes and regulations. The permit process may involve submitting plans and specifications for the electrical system. Be sure to follow the permit requirements carefully. The City of Houston Code of Ordinances is available online. This resource can be helpful for understanding the specific electrical requirements for swimming pools in Houston. However, it is always best to consult with a licensed electrician for professional advice. When researching electrical codes and regulations, be aware that they can change over time. Make sure that you are using the most current version of the code. The local authorities can provide you with the most up-to-date information. Consider attending a seminar or workshop on swimming pool electrical safety. These events can provide valuable information and insights on how to prevent electrical hazards. Look for events that are offered by reputable organizations such as the National Electrical Contractors Association or the International Association of Electrical Inspectors. Teach children about electrical safety. Explain the dangers of electricity and the importance of staying away from electrical equipment. Supervise children closely when they are near swimming pools. Ensure that there are no exposed wires or damaged electrical equipment in the vicinity of the pool. Establish clear rules for the use of electrical equipment near the pool. Do not allow children to use electrical devices near the water. This includes radios, cell phones, and other electronic devices. In the event of an electrical emergency, such as someone receiving an electrical shock in or near the pool, immediately call emergency services. Do not attempt to rescue the person yourself unless you are trained to do so. Turn off the power to the pool equipment as quickly as possible. This can be done by turning off the circuit breaker that supplies power to the pool. Use a non-conductive object, such as a wooden stick or a rubber mat, to move the person away from the electrical source. Once the person is safe, administer first aid and wait for emergency services to arrive. Regular maintenance of the swimming pool equipment is essential for preventing electrical hazards. Inspect the equipment regularly for any signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged or worn parts promptly. Keep the pool equipment clean and free of debris. This helps to prevent overheating and other problems. Have the pool equipment inspected by a qualified electrician on a regular basis. The electrician can identify any potential problems and make recommendations for repairs or replacements. A swimming pool is a great addition to your home, but it is important to be aware of the potential electrical hazards. By following the applicable electrical codes and regulations, and by taking the necessary precautions, you can help ensure a safe and enjoyable swimming pool experience. Remember to consult with a licensed electrician for professional advice on all electrical matters related to your swimming pool. Their expertise can help you to avoid potential hazards and ensure that your pool is safe for everyone. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician or other professional for specific advice on your situation. Electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on your location, so it is important to check with the local authorities for the specific requirements in your area. By taking the necessary precautions, you can help ensure that your swimming pool is a safe and enjoyable place for everyone.